All right, let's talk about one of the most maddening problems in all of golf. It's the one that makes you question everything. We're talking about the slice that just won't go away, even when your swing looks absolutely perfect on camera. You know the drill, right? You set up your phone, you take a video, you watch it back in slow motion, and hey, that looks pretty good. You've got the lag, the rotation. It looks like a swing that should produce a nice, powerful draw. And yet, you look up and the ball is peeling off into the trees on the right. What is going on? What's the disconnect here? Let's dive in. And it really is, because you feel like you're doing everything you're supposed to. Your body's moving right, the swing looks the part, but the result is still that weak, confidence-killing slice. If this sounds painfully familiar, you're definitely not alone. And I promise you, the answer is probably not what you think it is. I love this analogy because it just hits the nail on the head. You've put in the work. You've built a powerful, efficient swing. That's your Ferrari engine. The problem isn't a lack of horsepower. The problem is that your club face, the steering wheel of the golf club, is basically locked in a position that's sending the ball way off course. So let's just cut right to the chase. For years, the advice has always been, oh, you're slicing because you're coming over the top. And look, for a lot of golfers, that's true. But for you, the golfer with that perfect-looking swing, that is almost certainly not your issue. The real culprit is something much more subtle, and it's all about the club face. So to really get this, we need to quickly get on the same page about two key ideas. First up, club path. The easiest way to think about this is just to imagine a giant hula hoop around your body. Is that hoop tilted so your club is swinging in to out toward right field, or is it out to in, cutting across toward left field? For you, chances are your path is already pretty good. You're probably swinging from the inside. And here's the second piece of the puzzle, and honestly, this is the one that changes everything: face angle. Just picture a little flashlight on the face of your club. At that split-second moment of impact, where is that beam of light pointing? Because that one direction has a massive, massive influence on where your ball is about to end up. So thanks to launch monitors like TrackMan, we now understand what are called the new ball flight laws. And they're actually super simple. Here's the mantra: the face sends it and the path bends it. Say it with me. Face sends it, path bends it. Your club face angle has the biggest say on the ball's starting direction. Your swing path is what creates the curve. Getting this difference is the absolute key to fixing your slice. Just let that number sink in for a second. Around 85% of your ball's initial flight direction comes from where your club face is pointing at impact. 85%. That's huge. It's not your hips, it's not your takeaway, it's not your shoulder turn. It is almost all about the face angle. Okay, so here's your exact problem in action. You've got that great in-to-out swing path. Let's say it's 4 degrees to the right, but your club face is even more open to the right, maybe 6 degrees. So what happens? The ball starts to the right of your target because of the face, and then curves even further right because of the path. And boom, there it is, the dreaded push slice, born from a club face that is open relative to your path. All right, so we've figured out what the problem is. It's not the swing, it's the open club face. Now, we have to play detective and figure out why it's happening. In my experience, it almost always comes down to one of 3 common silent culprits that are sabotaging your swing behind the scenes. These are the big 3 right here: a grip that's too weak, a cupped wrist at the top of your backswing, and a mental fear that actually causes you to steer the club through impact instead of letting it go. It's almost guaranteed that one, if not all, of these are the root cause of your slice. Let's start with the most common one by far, the weak grip. If you're a right-handed golfer, I want you to look down at your left hand on the club. Can you see 2 or even 3 of your knuckles? If you can only see 1 or maybe none, your grip is what we call weak. This puts your hands in a position where it's mechanically really, really hard to rotate the club face and get it square by the time you hit the ball. You're fighting an uphill battle from the start. Now, culprit number 2 is all about what your wrist is doing at the very top of your backswing. Most slicers get up there and their lead wrist is cupped or bent backwards. That little move right there opens the club face wide open. Now go look at a tour pro like Dustin Johnson. His wrist is the opposite. It's bowed or flexed down. It looks like he's revving a motorcycle. What's that do? It closes the club face early, so all he has to do on the way down is turn his body. And finally, we gotta talk about the battle happening in your head. You are so scared of hitting that snap hook to the left that you subconsciously prevent the club from releasing. You try to guide it, to steer it, holding the handle and dragging it through impact. But here's the crazy part. That very instinct, that fear of the hook, is the exact thing causing the slice you're trying so desperately to fix.
Okay, enough of the bad news. We know the problem is the face, and we know the likely reasons why. So let's get into the good stuff, the solutions. And this is not about tearing down your swing and starting over. This is a targeted 3-step action plan designed to do one thing: give you control of your club face.
Here it is, nice and simple. Step 1, strengthen that grip. I want you to see at least 2, preferably 3 knuckles on your lead hand. Step 2, at the top of your swing, feel that motorcycle rev motion. Get that wrist flat or even a little bit bowed. And step 3, you have to feel the club head release. Let your right arm and forearm naturally rotate over your left right after you hit the ball. Stop dragging the handle and let the club head go. Now I gotta give you a heads up. When you start doing this correctly, it is going to feel so weird. Your brain has spent years programming itself to prevent a hook. So when you finally set up to hit a draw, it's going to feel like you're aiming to hit a screaming hook 50 yards left of the target. You have to embrace that feeling. In fact, if it feels weird, that's how you know you're doing it right.
And that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle. And it might be the most important one. It's a total mental shift. We're going to redefine what a good shot feels like and what a good miss looks like. You're going to stop being afraid of the left side of the golf course, and you're going to start learning to love the hook. Because here's what's going to happen. I'm just telling you right now. When you implement these fixes, the stronger grip, the bowed wrist, the full release, you are going to hit some ugly shots. You're going to hit some low, diving duck hooks. It's absolutely going to happen. The ball is going to start left and go left. And when that happens, I want you to celebrate. No, I'm serious. Pump your fist. Smile. That ugly duck hook is the most beautiful, promising shot you have hit in a very long time. And here's why. That hook is proof. It is proof that for the first time in maybe years, you have successfully closed the club face. You have fixed the root cause of your slice. You've gone from one extreme, the slice, all the way to the other extreme. And you know what? Now you're in control. Because dialing back a hook into a playable draw is 1,000 times easier than trying to fix a slice. So here's the big takeaway. The most important thing I can tell you. Put the slow motion camera away for a while. Stop obsessing over every little position in your backswing. Your swing is good enough. The path to better golf, for you, is not about fixing your swing anymore. It's about finally learning to control your club face. Master that, and you will unlock the amazing results that your perfect swing has deserved all along.